Hey everybody, today we're going to make a soup that I saw Mandy in the making make over on her channel, and it just looked so good that I thought my family would like it, and so I decided to go ahead and give it a try. And it's called Crock Pot Chicken Bacon Ranch Soup. It's very easy to prepare. It doesn't use a ton of ingredients, and so we're just going to get started with it. So I have my crock pot here, and it calls for celery, which I'm not a celery fan, but I find that when it's cooked in something like this, I don't really taste it, and so I don't mind putting it in. So we're going to use 3 stalks of celery, and I'm making them fairly small. Let me show you. About like that. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to put that one in. I just cut it right down the center, and then at the larger part, I just cut a little bit there to make it smaller. And I do put in the leaves. One to go. Okay. Then the next thing that we're going to put in is carrots. And you can use whatever kind of carrots you want. I'm using these stick carrots, and then I'm going to just dice them up just a little bit. They are going everywhere. And put in however many carrots you think that your family would like. I'm just going to add a few more and not try to cut them. So this was a 10-ounce bag, and I probably added 4 ounces. And so we have that in. Then we're going to add 20 ounces of water. And I'm going to add most of that, except I'm going to leave a little bit in here to stir into my cream of chicken soup, just so it will blend better once it's in the crock pot. And I was going to spray my crock pot, and I still will, but I forgot. Now I'm going to stir this up. And just pour it on in. And we need a little stock, which is what the water was that went in there was supposed to be stock. But you know, I just use water and add some of this. So I don't measure. Usually just don't go crazy with it because it has a lot of salt in it. And it can really make your dish unpleasant to try to eat with all that salt. So we're going to stir that up. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of ranch, the dry ranch dressing. Let me just take the lid off. You know, when I was using those, the last thing I was using for spice containers, those bag things, they did not close well, and they dried out some of my spices, which they dried out this. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons of the dry ranch. And we're going to give that a stir. And then we have our chicken, and this is 16 ounces of chicken breast. And I'm just going to put those in just like that. We'll shred those later. And that is it so far. When we come back, we're going to be ready to put our egg noodles in and also shred our chicken. But for now, this is going to be put on high for 4 hours, and then it should be ready, and we'll be back. Okay, our chicken has finished cooking. It's tender now. We're going to take it out of the pot, and we're going to shred it up, and then we're going to add it back along with our noodles and our bacon. So I'll bring you down so you can see what's happening. And here's what this looks like. if you can see from over there. It just kind of looks like chicken noodle soup in a way for right now. And the chicken is falling apart. And I'll shred one piece and then I'll shred another. I'm just using the back of the fork and it's coming right apart. And so that's one chicken breast that's shredded. Now I'll do the other one. And if you haven't heard me say about my crock pot, it's a travel crock pot. Anyway, I really love it. It's so simple to use and to cook in and store and all that. And if you need a crock pot, think about that one. This is not sponsored. It's just my opinion. I was not given the crock pot. I paid for it, but I think it's a great crock pot. So I'm putting that chicken breast in there, and I believe that'll be plenty of chicken. And I'll slide it over a little bit now so you can see. And I have about, oh goodness, 8 or 9 pieces of bacon that I've cooked and chopped up into pretty small little pieces. We'll put that in there. And you know, everything's better with bacon. And then next, I did not know that there was so many different noodles you could choose from. But I got these extra wide egg noodles from Food Line. And let's see. This is 16 ounces, and I'm going to use about 8 ounces. Please excuse the dog. So that's about half the noodles, and what I'm going to do is just push them down into the liquid, because if I don't, there will be little hard places or little hard pieces of the noodles. So hopefully I've got that in there good. And we're going to leave this on high and let it go for about half an hour, and then it should be done, and I'll come back and we'll see what we think. The chicken bacon ranch soup is done, and my son Caleb is here to taste test it for us. So I'll take you down and let you see what it looks like. It absorbed most of the liquid, and the noodles are nice and tender, and I took a little taste of it, and it is really good. So I'm gonna get him some up, and we'll see what he thinks about it. It is in the bowl. And now, he might have to blow it off a little bit.
That's really good. That bacon gives it a really good flavor, Mom.
Well, good. I'm glad you like it. Is it something you'd like for me to make again?
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's a winner. Thank you for tasting that for us, Caleb.
Yep.
And your check will be in the mail. Okay. Well, thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope y'all know that. And everybody take care. Have a blessed evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.